Okay guys, once again this is Alfred for Amassers.com, and I'm about to jump right in. I want to try and knock out some FAQs because this has been a really tough week, and I'm going to also talk about what we're going to do going forward. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Lots of FAQs. Here's some questions that I'm getting frequently. Should I step my account size down? Okay, I don't feel comfortable telling people how much your account size should be. I'm just being frank and honest with you. I did give the margin suggestions, but I can tell you right now, going forward, we're not going to trade on margin. And by that means I'm going to have to not trade on margin too. And I love to trade on margin. I'll miss it, but that's okay. We've done an update and it's going to be released before the weekend is over. And long story short, we're taking micro scalps. We're going to be taking micro size stops. Okay. As to whether or not you should step your account size down, I love consistency in trading and keeping it simple. And the easiest way to do that is to stay at a flat position size. And I know that's hard psychologically after we have a week like this week, okay? But don't get caught up in eaten by recency bias. There's still records of this same strategy, guys, from December when we put this bot together. That was December of last year. It's April this year, guys, and there was a 90% strike rate, okay? You have an edge if you're trading with this bot. We had a rough week, and I'm very sorry for that. And I took the L's right along with you. And a L doesn't stand for a loss. A L stands for a learning experience, okay? I'm used to trading margin. I'm used to seeing those drawdowns in equity. I can't expect everyone to be. And I'm sharing my experience with others now. So that's why we're going to adjust this. Version 2.0 is going to be released this weekend, and we're going to take the micro stops. There's never going to be a time that the bot isn't going to completely size out of a position by more than about $20 to $25 per standard. Okay, so there's not going to be these dramatic drawdowns in one day. I had to put the stops in because I don't want anyone under any circumstance to blow an account in a day. And if it was very, very unlikely to happen, but I already saw some people over leveraging, and that's why I put those stops in. But when you put a stop in, that means there's going to be times when, even if eventually the market's going to swing in your favor, the market can start by, my belief is, the counterparty trying to find out where your stop is. And hey, we experienced some of that this week. We also experienced trading during NFP week, which I'm seeing at this point is a real pain in the rear. So if you want to take your size down, then let's take it down for the right reasons. And that's when we have NFP week, which is going to be that week at the first of every month, because non-farm payroll reports come out on the first Friday of every month. So whatever you're trading at, maybe you step it down to a half size or to a fifth of a size. Now, let's talk about the updates. Why am I doing the updates and what I'm about to show you guys after this update? I want you to look very closely at the very start of the trade, because that's the trade we all got into on Thursday night in my neck of the woods. Okay, and when I started recording this trade, the trade was up. We're going to start locking in profits very tight. Okay, and when the trade is up, we're just going to take it, and that's going to be it. And we're going to come back another day, because after all, these should be micro scalps. Okay, so when the trade flies and it keeps flying, we're going to try and ride it. The bot's going to try and ride it as long as it can. But if the trade starts to look like it's turning back, we're not going to let them get any of our profits. We're just going to take whatever we've got at that point and we're going to leave. And I got about 4 minutes of footage from 13 hours of trading, and I'm doing all kinds of fancy stuff. Oh, the bot took me out. Okay, I'm going to put my trade back on. Okay, now the trade's back up to break even. I'm going to sell that profitable position off. And then I'm going to go back to sleep, and we're going to see. Okay, I put my average bid ask alert in, and I said if it comes back to break even again, since it's NFP day, let me wake back up, and then I'm going to sell off the rest of this bet at about break even. I'm not going to expect anybody to do all of that. That took 13 hours for me to do. It's not the way I expect anyone to trade. I don't even like trading like that no more. So we're just going to make micro scalps. Real simple. Okay. And we're going to make micro stops. And that's what's there in version 2.0. 90% of the time we're leaving with profit. And what I'm getting at is very important. When I start the video, look at where we are. We're already in profit. So what would have happened instead of me doing all that gymnastics? What would have been easier? Just take your profit and leave that day. That's what the bot's going to do going forward. I am here for the long haul. This is not some fly-by-night project. I've been trading on and off 23 years. Okay? So, and there's always a market. Only thing important is to keep your artillery that you need to go to war in the market. And that's the equity in your account. And that's what we're going to improve on going forward with version 2.0. We're also going to work on sharing some strategies to supplement the AUT bot in the Street Knowledge chat room. And my brother and I are going to automate another strategy, and we're going to add it to that same key code, and I'll be releasing that. So it'll also, what it means is you're going to end up with probably 2 bots for the price of 1, because I'm here to make this a good experience, guys. So we're going to get those drawdowns down, and we're going to supplement in many ways. For those who want to dig in a little deeper, do some manual trades, we're going to supplement, and I'm going to show you how to use the indicators that you basically already have, because crosswalk is already there. It's already on the template. Pump spotter was already there in the last update, and those are great indicators, and I've been using them for years. You don't have to take my word for that. You can see the indicators on all of my videos, especially crosswalk. You can see it like 10 or 12 years ago. You guys have always asked, when are you going to release it? When are you going to release it? And I never did, because I just didn't want, like, I felt like it gave me my edge, and I didn't want to just share it publicly, because sometimes, you know, something can be working and then you share it publicly. Counterparty gets it and tries to use it against you. Okay. Some guys wrote me saying, oh, this week, is this what's happening, Alfred? Is more people are trading? Is the counterparty coming against us? They're just trying to stop out our trades. I can't 100% say that that's the case, but it doesn't feel like that to me. We were still trading some during NFP. There is, in my opinion, a currency war going on, guys. That's why you're seeing these wild swings from 108 to 109 in the same week. That shouldn't be happening, but it is happening. Some guys are forming their own little clique with the BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and we've obviously drawn our line in the sand as well. So we're all having to trade around that. Everybody does, irregardless. That's why I took the micro scalps in the first place and designed our first bot like this. Okay, it's cool. I just need you guys to stay the course, be consistent. This is still a good strategy. and we still have a tremendous edge, guys. Let's just come back next week swinging and get this done. See you guys on the next video. Okay, guys, we're in on a trade here, which was spotted by the AUT Forex robot. And this is still the first 15-minute candle. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just gonna try and leave less work for me editing by pausing and starting back when I think we're closer to a place where the bot may choose to exit. Right here, we see we've got the yellow arrow, and that means that AUT bot is going to use the guard dog approach, and if we can get to a certain level of profitability, it's going to lock in profits right there. So I'm going to pause right here and we're going to see what happens. Okay, guys, looks like we might have to hold this one a little while. As you can see, the bot started sizing out over here, and this is me. I just decided to put the other half of the trade back on. That's why over here this trade is only down half now. The original place we got in was here. The bot did size out to protect the equity in the account. It sold half, and I waited a little while and decided to come back in with that same half. So I'm going to pause again, and we're still just watching this trade, going to see what happens. Okay, just checking in, guys. This the second position that I got into right here is starting to bounce a little off of that. It ain't much, but we're gonna see again at the top. This is where I originally got in, this top position that was sized out, and there's where it sized out at, and there's where I put it back on at, a little bit lower than where we sized out. I'm gonna pause again, and we're just gonna keep riding out and see what happens. Okay, at this point I've been in this little trade here a good while. You can see a little rebound off of my re-entry, so I'm gonna just unload that right now, and we'll see what happens the rest of the way. Okay, you can see that I'm waking back up now. I had an alert set to let me know when we're about back to break even. That was that 15-minute candle. I slept through it. I heard it and went back to sleep. I got up and I closed at more of a loss there. This is the largest of the 4 accounts that I had, and that's the way that ended. The reason I closed it was NFP coming later on. I didn't know if it's going to break up or if it's going to break down.